Hi, I'm Stephen Crone, and this is a winter scene I've tried today from a reference photograph. Let me show you the photo I've used. I'll post a photograph of that over on my Patreon page. You can get a closer look at it. As for the colours, just use the three colours: ultramarine, burnt umber and raw sienna. Most of it done with a large hake with a bit of support from the sword liner brush and number 3 rigger. Right, this is just a little coating of water, not too much, just to stop it from doing crinkly. Then I'm just going to whack in the sky. A bit of brown, a bit of blue, mix it all together. A bit of raw sienna in there as well. And I'm going to go something like that. I'm lifting the horizon up slightly from the actual reference photograph, something like that. Just raise it up a bit just to emphasise the hill. Then I'm going to pop in the trees and bushes and things on there. So I'm going to start down there. So I'm just going to turn that into a bit of cloud. Not like the way the paint's moving around there. Just have some cloud there. And then also, I'm just going to pop in a few trees and things. I can see them in the reference, but I'm not worrying exactly where they are. I'm just popping them in, just a general impression. That's what I'm trying to create, just a general impression of the scene. There's something over there as well. And also, don't have a building, but I'm going to stick one in anyway. I'm just going to pop one in about there. Come back to the bit that in a minute when it's dried a bit better. It's just going to keep filling in now if I try and scrape too much. So that little building just gives us a little focal point. Coming down, something like that. Don't worry about all this going on, it's just all part of the effects. And this. What I might do, and again, slight change. Actually, let's pop these trees in first. No one's. And a slight change from the reference. I'm just going to sort of dry brush in the actual lane itself. So it's sort of just coming around there like that. Something like that. And before I put in the trees, I'm just thinking, do I want that a little bit darker? I'm just going to put that horizon on a little bit darker. Now that has dried a little bit. There's like a little gate there, but I'm just going to scrape this gate in rather than try and paint it. Some little gate in. Just put a few little fence posts. A few more fence posts coming slightly further down there. So I think that's dark enough now. So now I can start putting in the trees. So we've got just going to switch to a sword liner now, and I'm just going to mix the three colours together. I'm just looking for a dark mix. So we've got one tree up here. That's quite a low one. Doesn't go much higher than that. Lots of twigs and things going up it, so I'm just flicking it all over the place. Just trying to make a mass of twigs and branches. And we've got another, there's a bigger one here in the foreground. And again, I always find it's best to not think about it too much. Just whack it in. Don't worry about it. You're going to need a bit of courage, but just whack it in. Just look for the main shape of the tree. Get the main shape of the tree in your head. Don't worry so much about the individual branches. I'm just looking at the shape now. It's that sort of shape. You'll see it better when if you get to my Patreon page. You'll see the reference photograph I'm using. And I'm not worried too much about the exact measurements being too precise. Just basic. Just looking for the basic elements. It's like, you know, there's a post there, so I'm just going to pop that in, just like that, and not worry about it too much. And then there's a few lines cutting across. I can't actually see, but there must be something on there. I've actually lost it. I'm going to scrape those ones out, completely wrong scale. Actually, yeah, this, I can see them there. It sort of goes across there like that. It's one of those grid things. There's another one there. Let's just pop that up there like that. A few little things up there. Let's just put my finger in there. Don't know what that is, but it's just bits of grass and things growing up there like that. A bit more water. What I'm doing is just mixing brown and blue together, and then just darken some of this. Right then. Just quickly dry my leg. I'll just give that a quick dry. Just make sure it's flat first before I do anything else. Just nice and flat against the 9mm piece of plywood I have here leaning against my easel. Give me something easy to clip it on. So, quick dry. Now I do need a little figure, so if I switch to the rigger brush, bit of brown, bit of blue, and I've got to have the little man. He's going to be walking. Where shall I have him? I think he needs to be quiet. I'll stick him here. He's got a little dog. Little dog behind him. Bring his legs down. His legs too short. That's a bit better. Right. Shadows. So there's no shadows in the reference, so I'm going to have to just make them up. So often what I'll do is just whack a big one in the foreground. I'm just going to mix the colours together, but I want predominantly blue. So I'm going to go something like that. So I like to hold the bump with my brush and imagine like something coming straight across there like that. Trees and things. And that's added that's giving up and it needs to go up. I need that same colour, take that same colour. We need some of our little man. That's coming down there and just going across there. Little dog. And then off the post as well, it's cutting across. And then off this post. I think that'll do for the shadows. I'm going to stick a little bird up there. I'm just going to sign this one now and call this one finished, I think. I'm just going to sign it down. I always sign it away from the focal point. Right, I'll stick a mount on that now and see what it looks like. As I finish painting the mounts. You can see down there, look at the reference photograph. So I haven't really changed much. I've kept most of the elements in the same place. The only thing I really changed was these big shadows. I didn't bother putting in that tree there, and all I did, I just changed that tree to a cabin there, just to give it, just to give it a bit of character, I think. So starting with the background, you can just see that there was raw sienna, burnt umber and ultramarine, various mixes, a little bit of tissue there for the clouds, and then popped in a little bit of rigger work, and just use the corner of the brush really, just suggest all these background trees and things, and then put them on fairly dark, and then give me something to scrape into then, that cabin there, that little gate and fences as well. And then coming down the sort of the roads, the lane sort of sweeps round here. So you've got this little ridge here that I put in fairly dark. A couple of trees using the sword liner brush, just brushed them in as loosely as I could, not worrying about the individual twigs and branches, just sort of whack them in without faffing about. And we've also got, again, a few fence posts, a few little lines there suggesting the fence itself. And then just cast the shadows. Probably next time I might consider just casting like individual rather than just sweeping in with a hake. If I just sort of cast a few shadows with a few lines of the rigger brush or the sword, it might look a bit more effective. Then you've got this very simple dry brushed in line then going up to our little man and his dog just walking around the corner. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoy that. Many thanks as always for watching, and many thanks to all the patrons. Hopefully you'll be able to join me over on patreon.com/Stephen Cronin for lots more. Cheers, and I'll see you again soon.